Hello and welcome to another F1 2013 scenario mode video, and this time we're on the teammate battle section on the fourth challenge in Suzuka called Deflated. It's on gold class difficulty and no assists, so that includes no ABS and no traction control. So once that cinematic is finished, it'll put you here just after the final chicane. So you don't have very far to go until the pit lane, which is right here on the right hand side. And if you look at your fuel markers, you have +3 laps. It's already set on rich, so you don't need to worry about that. You're on the fastest setting with plenty of fuel in reserve. So it's quite a simple challenge. You've just got 4 laps to catch up and pass Lewis Hamilton. Nothing too complex. There will be one car you'll have to pass in between, which will be a Force India, I think. So you just have to navigate that one car before you get to Hamilton. It shouldn't be too much trouble. I found they let you pass quite easily. So on the power gently coming through the S's. This turn can be taken quite fast. Just get over to the left hand side for Degner 1, down 1 gear. And down 3 more for Degner 2. See, I'm driving very calmly and smoothly. There's no need to push too much. There is actually plenty of time in this challenge to catch up. You've got 4 laps and it's roughly 1 minute 40 per lap. So you've got near enough 7 minutes, which is plenty of time to catch up about 9 seconds because the AI isn't brilliant. So I'm not really pushing too much. You can see there that I had plenty in reserve. As we come up to 130R, I want to go over to the right hand side, look out for the Fly Emirates side banner, and just turn very gently once you pass it. You can take that flat out quite easily. So here's the Force India I was talking about. Use the rest of your curves coming out of there. Now it's going to be quite tricky to negotiate past this car around the S's, but they're pretty good. They're pretty. The AI aren't brilliant around the S's, so you can just whack it around the outside quite easily. This corner, this right-hander coming up, they're very slow round, so you can just go around the outside. You see there, quite easy overtake. Nearly flat out through there. And I'm most of the way to catching up Hamilton, so it's quite an easy challenge. Just very smooth on the throttle and on the brakes. I think that's one thing Codemasters have emphasised for this game. You just have to be very smooth, just like you do in real life. It's not just about going hell for leather. You have to manage your resources, you have to manage your tyres. So very, very simple. Don't have to push too much. So you see Hamilton's just up the road, he's not very far now. I've still got 2 more laps after this one. So very gentle through 130R, you can do that flat out quite easily. 100 metre marker board is a good position to brake. Careful on the throttle, especially as you go over the curb. Use the remaining curves. Didn't quite get DRS that time, but it's not too much of a problem. I've still got 2 more laps to pass him. It's going to be the same problem as the Force India. It's going to be hard to pass through this first part of the S's, but coming up to this right-hander here, you're not very fast, so you can whack it right around the outside. And get quite easy pass on him. So now it's just a matter of driving to the finish. You really don't have to push. You see how easy I'm taking it, and I've just passed him with 1.5 laps left. It's quite an easy challenge, I found. So most of my curves get used there, coming out of the hairpin. I'm already gained massively on Hamilton. I'm not sure what difficulty this is set. Well, it's obviously on gold scenario difficulty, but the AI feels like pro maybe. I play on legend on my career and it's definitely not legend AI in this scenario. So cut some back markers here. So what lap was this? 138. I reckon you'll probably be able to get away with doing 140s for this challenge. I've been doing consistently 138s. Even if you can only manage a 140, you'll still be able to do this on gold. So the Musha is moving out my way, and I go slightly wide. Wasn't quite focusing on where I was going then, thinking too much of where he is going. Whack it around the outside there quite nicely. Come up to the other Marisha as well. Lets me past quite nicely. Nice caterhams. So yeah, this challenge is pretty simple. Just you have to be patient. Don't go. You don't have to push too much to begin with. You've got ages in this challenge, a good 7 minutes or so. The AI is slow. There's just no need to push. Obviously, if you want to get a high score, you're gonna have to go for it. But if you're only here to pass it, then yeah, you don't really have to go too crazy. So the caterham's sticking on my tail here. See if he can follow me through 130R. And he loses a bit of time. So Sebastian Vettel crossed the line in first place. No surprises there. Bit wide through the chicane, but it doesn't matter. Over the line. So that was a 140 that last lap, and I still probably pulled away from Hamilton. So yeah, try and if you can get under 140, you're easily going to pass this on gold. So there's confirmation of finishing the deflated scenario, 6 seconds ahead of Hamilton in the end, so more than enough in the tank to finish that one. 58,500, I'm not sure how high that stacks up, but I did get in the top 100 for the first time I did this challenge. Yeah, that's my tips for this video. I hope it helps you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be making videos for all the scenarios and my career mode, of course, which includes full qualifying and the race with commentary. So yeah, I hope it helps you. See you next time.